Hello everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thanks for joining me today for a floss tube. I have so much to talk about today. I have another finish. This is my fourth finish of the year. Very exciting. A brand new start, my second new start of the year. I have some updates on my HAED progress. I have some shopping. I have some major life updates that will affect this channel. So I want to tell you about them. I'm very excited. I'm drinking a coffee with toasted coconut vanilla creamer in it, which is delightful, in my cafe mug. I love it. I love it. And, we can do a bingo update. Not so much on that front, but we can do a bingo update. And yeah, I just got stuff to show you. I'm so excited. But before we get to that, I want to welcome my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me on my crafty and artistic adventures. Welcome back to anyone who's new. It's been great. It's been so long. It's been like 3 weeks. It's been great to get to know you in the comments here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me at Dr._Christy. Things have been a little slow there as per usual, but I do post there sometimes. This is a channel about embroidery, cross stitch, other textile crafts, history, and latent. I've started a video series on my outfits of the day if you're interested in that. So all of that is available on this channel if you're interested. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe and stick around. Like, comment, hype, all those things. It's great for the algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. I want to thank my patrons. I've been a little slow on Patreon for the past couple weeks. I do have, this week is finals week at my university. And so I do plan on, I have a pattern idea for you guys, which I've mentioned before. It's sort of a summer weenie kind, a summer ween kind of vibe that I hope that you will like. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back into designing and filming and crafting. I have not had time. I'll talk about it at the end. So for today, let's talk about my finished object. So my first finished object, no, my only finished object. I forgot my jeans. I'll show you them later. My finished object is one that you've seen. Well, obviously you've seen it. So it's my Earth Laughs and Flowers. I think I called it Earth Proud. This was a charity release through the Stitches Collective, which I gotta be honest with you, I have not even kept up with. There's too much going on in my life at the moment. But this was a stitch for Earth Day. So it's fitting that I finished it in April. So let's see you know what it's going to look like because it's finished. It's a finish, friends. It's a finish. And I'm really excited. And this is sort of what I am going to design for my patrons. I think, here we go. That's where it is. We have a finish. Very exciting. I'm super excited. Yeah. Big smile. This may be a thumbnail. Anyway, so this is it's a poem by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's being stitched in DMC on Fortnite Fabrics, 16 count Aida in sea glass. Fortnite Fabrics. It's a beautiful color. It fits really well with the theme. It looks kind of sky-like. But of course, and I mention this every time because I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of this little like floral skull. So the pattern that I'm going to design for my patrons this week is going to be based off of this floral skull. And I will, I'm really excited about it, actually. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know that I'll stitch it myself, but I hope that my patrons will like it. And I hope that it will be a please forgive me gift because I had been doing really well about posting regularly this year. And then the past 3 weeks, April is just a really tough month in the world of academia. There's just a lot going on in my life. So that is my, there we go. That is my finished object. So let me talk about my new start, which I showed you last time. So it's no surprise. But it is in my Liberty London bag. I got this in London. And it's funny because I wasn't even going to go to Liberty London, but I hung out with Carrie from Carrie and Stitches when I was visiting England a little over a year ago. And she's like, oh, you have to go to Liberty London. I'm like, well, if Carrie says I have to go to Liberty London, I'm going to Liberty London. So I went, and, you know, I didn't have anything to buy fabric for. And their fabric is too expensive just to like buy enough to maybe at some point do something. It just is. And so I ended up buying this little bag, which is, of course, all sorts of scraps of their fabric. Anyway, so the pattern that I'm doing, that I started, is by Bendy Stitchy, and it is called Pocketbook Peacocks. And this is based off of a pattern that she has in her collection. I mean, an item she has in her collection, but not this colorway. And so I did some digging after my last video, and you can buy this pattern on the Bendy Stitchy website, but not in this colorway. I imagine that the colorway on the website is the original colorway. This was a special from Jessie, Mislaid Pages, their February Burb box from several years ago, 2022. This is copyrighted. But I have been obsessed with this pattern, and I bought the entire kit as soon as I got it. And so I'm really excited to be stitching it. So it is being stitched on the Called For Awakening by Mislaid Pages, 32 count linen. And it's being stitched in the Called For Dinky Dye silks. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So I'll show you where I am. I started in the middle. Let me put it back. I started in the middle. I haven't gotten a ton done, but I've gotten a good bit done. And I don't remember which way is up. I think I need to mark it at the moment. Oh, okay. So it's pretty easy to tell. So this is where I am. Sorry, everybody. I am not. And that's where I am. So this is what it looks like. And again, the color is much yellower in the camera than it is in real life. It's very much an orange base. And then you can see my start. There we go. And that is in the middle of the two birds. I started in the middle of the two birds. So far, so good. I haven't worked on this in a couple weeks, but I'm looking now that, you know, my teaching part of my job is over. I still have a lot of admin stuff to do, but now that my teaching part is over, I will have more time and I will be more inclined to stitch of an evening, which I have sort of not felt like doing for the past week or so. Last week, there was barely a day I got home before 8 o'clock. I probably worked 60 or 70 hours last week. I mean, it was just wild. And there are some weeks when I work 25 hours. So like this week, I'm probably going to work 30 hours. Last week, I worked 60 hours. It's when you're a college professor, it's project based. Like you just have things that have to get done at certain times of the year. It's sort of like being an accountant, right? Like you work really, really hard in March and April and October. But November, you're not doing, I would imagine. I'm not an accountant. I would imagine. All right. So that is my finish and my new start. Let's talk about whips. Now, I'm not sure that I worked on my Golden Girls piece, but I did take a picture of it so we can see if I did. Last time you saw it, it just said 4 with a little flower. I'll show you what it looks like. It's this is from Forbidden Fiber Co. It was a kit. It has a cheesecake. It has a cheesecake. So funny. I mean, I didn't have the same reaction as I did with the Princess Bride kit when I saw that the pull was a peanut. I believe I lost my mind. But anyways, this is what it's going to look like. It's called it's Being a Friend. So it just says, thank you for being a friend. It's being stitched in all the called for. I bought the kit. It's being stitched in a 32 count Belfast linen in the color Bungalow. And let's see if I've done anything on it. I don't think I have, but you never know. I have not. We're exactly where we were before. But it's really cute. I'm really liking it. I'm pretty sure you can buy this pattern on her website. And I'm just doing it in the called for colors, which are all loose. I really need to put a ring on it. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. So they're in there. All right. Fun fact, I once was writing a song in my head to the tune of Single Ladies, but it was called Medieval Ladies. And I'm pretty sure I had like 3 verses. All medieval ladies, all medieval ladies, all medieval ladies. Anyway. All right. So that one had no work done on it. Sorry about that. Sorry. But this one I know has had work done, and it is my HAED. And it's so funny. My friend Marcia comments on all my videos because she's a doll. And she was like, oh, I get so excited when I see you making progress on your HAED. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you're the reason I'm doing the HAED in the first place. I, of course, would never call her bitch meanly, obviously. But I'm like, yeah, it's your fault. You better be happy. She's the one that bullied me into it. All right. This is where I was before. So when you last saw it, I had finished. I'm working on, I'm color completing my HAED. And let me show you what it's going to look like. Hold on. It's like I've never done this before. Okay. So what's it going to look like? It's going to look like this. This is, you can see my messy craft room. This is let's block my face. This is a medieval tapestry that's held at the Musée de Cluny. It is one of a series. This is Désir, this is what this one's called. That is sort of like the senses, right? So there's sight and hearing Those are the main ones. There must be the other senses. I guess I could look. I have the patterns. This is a Heaven and Earth design. I love it. Now I'll show you where I was last time. I had done, I'm color completing in black. I am terrible at this. I'm color completing in 310. So when last you saw it, the carpet was, all the 310 was done in the carpet and all the 310 was done in the lower tree. Okay. Because there are 2 trees on each side. So the lower tree was done. So now let me show you where I am. This is in my bag that Jody from Trixie Tricycle gave me, and it's being stitched on a 20 count ivory Aida that I got at 123 Stitch thanks to a giveaway I won for Carrie and Stitches, who I mentioned earlier, her 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I probably started this 4 years ago. So that was a while ago. But so exciting. We now have a second start of a tree at the top. So that's basically what I did. I finished the bottom tree completely, and now we have a start on the top tree. I'm probably about 1/3 of the way done with that top tree. But the fun thing is that, I'm not a numbers person. I'm a medieval historian. And I always joke that medieval historians, or medieval people, like, really didn't have concepts of numbers, like large numbers. So like when the Vikings invade England, they're like 10,000 ships came. And of course, 10,000 ships did not come. But they have sort of like 1 through 20 and then a lot. Like that's like, 1 through 20 and then a lot is kind of how pre-modern people counted. So I am not a numbers person, but I have been keeping track of my 310 usage, how many stitches I have left. So when last we saw this was April 11th. I had 3,753 stitches left in 310. And this morning I have 2,404 stitches left in 310. Look at that, which means that, oh, you can't see it, it's blurry. Which means that in the past 3 weeks or so, I've stitched 1,349 stitches, 2,404. I started with a 9,983. So I've done almost, well, I've done more than 7,500 stitches in black this year. So that's very exciting. I'm obviously stitching it in the called for. And I was hoping to get to 50%. I'm pretty sure I did not, but let's just double check. Double check Pattern Keeper. This is, of course, being done in Pattern Keeper. I could not do it otherwise. I am not. I'm at 49,784. So we will absolutely hit 50,000 by my next floss tube. 50,000. That's super exciting. I'm at 21.85%. Of 227,850 stitches. But if you look at, oops, let's zoom out. You can see that's where the, yeah, so maybe a third done with that top tree. And then there are just like little splotches throughout. I don't know if you can see, but there are like little splotches kind of throughout. Oops, upside down. Very exciting. I'm making progress. Making progress, which is super exciting. I'm going to pause you while I fold this up, and then I'll show you my purchases. Okay, so my purchases are all related to sewing projects, actually. I am kind of obsessed with these shirts that the girls on my Instagram feed, I'm not on TikTok, my Instagram feed, are making, where it's basically a rectangle with a hole in the middle, and you tie the back and the front, and it's a shirt. And apparently it's like a 1950s shirt. And I kind of love this shirt. And I want to make some. And I want to make them patchwork. So I don't have a ton of time right now, although this summer I think I might have more time, but I might not, and I'll explain why at the end. But I'll at least have more access to my sewing. And yeah, so what I ended up doing was I ended up buying some quilt tops, some unfinished quilt tops off of eBay. Let me open this up. Okay, so I bought 2 different lots. I bought a lot of what looks like hand pieced. And these are like all different. They actually, I think these are very stretchy. These are surprising. These are knit, I think. Yeah, so these look like knit. So it's just sort of like a patchwork, which is kind of amazing. Right? So there's this one. This one came with 4. And I'm leaning back kind of as far as I can to show you. We have this one. Oops, I knocked my lady. We have this one. Are they all? Yeah, I think they're like, they're all like knit. I didn't realize they were knit when I bought them. I haven't opened them until just now. They're all knit, but they're not all like sewn in the same direction. So like some of them stretch this way and some of them stretch this way in the pattern, but that's okay. Yeah, so I got these 4. These all came together. And so this, I think, could make 2 shirts, actually. Like, as long as it fits you halfway around, it'll work. So I have these 4, which will make 2 shirts. I might even make a skirt or like a pair of shorts out of them. I don't know, but they're super cute. So I got those. And then I got these other 2 quilt tops. I got a very traditional quilt top, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it because it's very stiff. They use very stiff, and I didn't. Whew, needs to be washed. Very stiff backing on this one. And I almost wonder if they didn't do like the hack, the backing hack, where you iron it onto an interfacing and then sew the interfacing. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I'll wash it, see if it softens, but I got that. And then, sorry about all the ums, but I didn't get it for this one. I got it for this one, which is amazing. Amazing. Look at this. I hope you can see it. I can't really see through you, but look at all the, let's got a duck and some cameras. It's like so wild. I like this one a lot. So this one I think would make one cropped shirt if I did it this way. Maybe. Oh, it doesn't go that way, but will it go this way? I could always add a border if I have to, right? Like this is just cotton for the most part. There are some weird ones in here too. Like that's kind of a weird one. Anyway, I got this and I'm going to turn this into a shirt as well. This is a super fun one. I might start with this one because it's not stretchy. I might start with this one, but it needs to be washed. It definitely smells like a quilt top that it definitely smells like an unfinished quilt top that I bought on eBay, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's fun. I do kind of want to maybe try and thrift some more, but I got those. And then I also got, I don't have the, hold on, let me see if I can remember what company this is. Handker bandanas. So they are a bandana company and they sell really pretty bandanas, but they're a little expensive. But they have offcuts. You know I love an offcut. Now, I don't know what is offcut about these other than they have raw edges. But essentially, it's just lots of patterned cotton in different colors. Oh, you can't even really see. I'm sorry. Let's go back, right? I got some duplicates. I got some one-of-a-kinds in this pack anyway. I tried to put, so like I have like 3 of these. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Yeah, so I got this. And these are big. Like this is folded in half. This is folded in half. They're like a good size. So I kind of want to I'm going to make something out of these. They're cotton. And so I got that. Also, my local sewing store went out of business. My local quilting store went out of business December, maybe after Christmas. I don't remember. Anyway, they did like a warehouse sale. Not this past Saturday, but like a week and a half ago. And I had planned on going at 10 a.m. when they opened, but my husband and I had an appointment, which I'll talk about later, and I couldn't go until the afternoon. So they didn't have very much left, but they did have 2 that I got, and they were selling by the bolt. So I got this fabric, which I think is amazing and will go really well in my craft room, my sewing room in here, not my sewing room, my art studio in here for curtains. I think these would make great curtains. The wall's teal. My couch is red. I like color. It has teal and red. So I got this one. And I don't know how much is in there, but it's a good bit. And I think this was $60 for the bolt. And this is a $10 a yard fabric. And then the other one I got it was $20. No, this was $40. This was $40, not $60. And then this one was $20. And I saw this one first. And I thought this would make a super cute curtains, but I don't think they're enough. And they're a little bit cutesy, but they're like button flowers, essentially. This could be a cute pillow, maybe. Could be a cute pillow. So, yeah, but I got it anyway. I thought it was cute. It's the right color scheme. It actually is it's a very similar color scheme to the other one. It's just like more childlike. I don't know that I want to be this childlike in my decor. And then I also got some notions. I got a tape measure. These are like $1 each. I got a bodkin set. I got some needles. These are hand sewing needles by John James. So they have a smaller eye than like embroidery needles, but sizes 5 through 10. But John James has good needles, so you know, I got 2 packs of them, and I got a measuring tape for my husband, who's always looking for a measuring tape. So there we go. That's this. Those are my purchases. Oh, those are my purchases. Now let's talk bingo card. Again, I've been super busy this month. I'm calling that I did go on a date with my husband, so we're marking that off. That's this spot right here. I need to go out on a date with my husband or a trip with my husband at least once a month. And it wasn't like an official date, but for me, it's just sort of spending time together. Like, that's the point. And we spent a lot of time together, either like taking the RV to, like, we had to drive an hour and a half to get the RV fixed, and to sort of talk about my big news. We've been looking at house hunting, so we've been going on a lot of like house hunting dates and those kinds of things. So that I'm counting that because the point is to spend time together, and I'm the boss of my bingo card, so I'm counting that. I think that's it, though. I think that's it. So yeah, that really is it. And I don't think I've been to the gym in 3 weeks either. So I haven't been working on my pull-ups and dead hangs. I did add if you remember my ripped jeans that I was putting a doily on, the big rip, and I was going to put a doily on the top rip as well. I did that. I did not put one on the back of the pocket. Okay, yeah. So this is really bad. I'm at 2 out of 24 things that I've done. My bingo card is looking raggedy. So I'm hoping that I accomplish some of these things in the summer. I don't know. I think I need to start working on it more sort of focused. I need to be more focused. Yeah, so I think that's all of my stitching content and crafting content. But I do have big news if you want to hear my big news. So as I mentioned, my husband and I we're looking at houses. This setup just doesn't work for me anymore. So I'm in my craft room. My office is on the other side of this wall here, and it's in a different building than my house that I live in. We have a 2-bedroom house that we live in that it's a nice house that was built in the early 20th century. It's a nice house. I enjoy the house. It's a 2-bedroom house, which is fine, except that my husband works from home. So he has an office. So it's like a 1-bedroom house and an office, which means that I don't have an office because I also have to work from home sometimes. And I don't have a place for crafting. So we also have on this property a very small, probably 800 square feet, 2-bedroom. We call it the tiny house, or my art studio, or my office. That is like a rental property, essentially, that we don't rent out. I just use it. But I have to like unset the alarm and unlock the door and put my shoes on and put clothes on and put a coat on and go out in the rain and come over here. And it's like, and then undo this alarm and then do that alarm. And it's just like such a barrier to me, which is why I'm not getting as much stuff done in my art that I want to do. So we have been looking online. This is kind of how we buy large. This is how we do sort of large purchases, is that we kind of decide we want to do it. We look at everything that's available online. We go and see the first one. It's okay, but probably needs a lot of work. We did this with the RV too. It's okay, needs a lot of work. And then we go to the second one, and it is exactly what we want, and we buy it. And so we did that with the RV. In fact, the RV is really funny because we bought an RV van. It's about 20 foot long Sprinter van that's been converted into an RV. And we went to South Carolina to see one that I really liked that was like blue, and it was cute, and it was great. And then my husband found one that was like 20 miles away that also looked good and had everything, most of the things that we wanted. We looked at the first one. We were, I don't know. We'll let you know. And then we looked at the second one, and we were checking out of the hotel that day. And so I went to go get the dog and our suitcases and stuff and check us out of the hotel room. And I get a call. So you're good with this one, right? Because I just signed papers. So my husband just like, which is fine because I was good with it. We liked it. But that's kind of what happened with the house as well. So we saw the first one. We were like, oh, I mean, it'll work, but it needs a lot of work. You know, the exterior needs a lot of work. And then a house went on the market, which has been one of my favorite houses since I started walking my dog around my neighborhood. It's like 4 blocks away from where I currently live. And it is so me coded. Like, the craft room is already teal. The room that's going to be my craft room and my art studio is already painted the color that I would paint it. It was built in 1870, and it has amazing character. It has original fireplaces. There's a closet in almost every room. The dining room, the family room, which is going to be my craft room, my husband's office, the library, the guest room, the storage room. There's like so much. Oh, I'm going to have a walk-in closet. So our offer was accepted. We're under contract. The inspector's going out this week, and we're hoping to close if like nothing goes terribly wrong with the inspection. It is 160 years old almost. If nothing goes wrong with the inspection, we will be closing in early June, which is very exciting. And we'll be moving over there in June. Like, that's the plan. We need to do some like refinishing and refinishing the floors and painting a couple walls, but not very many walls, to be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to be all I'll have to do is just walk across the hall and I'll be able to work on things, which will be really, really, really nice. It'll be really nice. And I do think that I will do more crafting when my stuff is closer, when it's not as big. You know, if I'm really tired, if I've been working 10 hours and like talking to people and running around, I just want to kind of veg. And if I'm in the same building as the stuff that helps me relax, I will do it more. That's why I film videos so infrequently. I just can't be bothered. It's like one step too many. Anyway, so that's my big excitement. When we're able to get in the house, I'll give you a little tour of what my craft room looks like now that it's empty. And then we'll work on it together. I want to paint some doors. The fireplace is unpainted. It's stunning. And my husband basically told me that he'd divorce me if I ever painted this fireplace, which I wasn't going to do anyway. But it's the only one in the house that's not painted. So I'm, not going to paint it. And yeah, I'm so psyched. And my creative juices are sort of like flowing. I'm super excited. He's really excited. He gets a really nice big office, and then we're going to share a library, and then my office will be with the guest bed, because guest rooms, I think very few people visit me in Mississippi, unsurprisingly. And so I want to have a guest room to welcome people, but it also needs to be used, because if it's not used, then there's no then it's just wasted space, and I don't want to waste space. But I'm pretty excited. That's my big news. We're buying a house, a really quirky, ridiculous, whimsical house. So that's that big news. The other big news is that last weekend, I drove up to Birmingham and I saw the Indigo Girls play. It was so good. It was so good. Oops, I keep hitting this. I need to scoot over a little bit. And I'll have more room to film. I might film in front of the fireplace. How great would that be? Yeah, so I saw the Indigo Girls. They were great. And I'm really glad I went. I'm not like an Indigo Girls super fan, but the Indigo Girls are a huge part of my like personal soundtrack. Like the soundtrack of my life includes a lot of Indigo Girls from like since the 90s. And that it was just a really great experience. And, you know, I don't know that they're going to tour again because Emily is sort of having a voice issue, apparently. And this may be the last, this may be the last time I get to see them. And they played with the symphony orchestra, which was really amazing. Yeah, it was stunning. The only problem was there was a guy, we were very friendly, right? It was a very friendly group. I mean, throughout the whole thing, but around me also. I went by myself, so I'm chatting with everybody, unsurprisingly. And there's a guy behind me who really liked the song Ghost. I don't know if you've heard the song, but it's a ballad. It's not like a rock song. It's a ballad. But it's his favorite song. And so they're singing this ballad, and right behind me, he yells, like, get it, or something like that. Something very Southern, right? Like, get it, like super, super loud. It scared the shit out of me. And he did it twice. And so I was like super tense the whole rest of that song. That was like the only downfall. I think his wife told him to stop. I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't want to yuck anyone's yum. Once I knew it was coming, I could sort of like deal with it. But, you know, having a man yell in your ear during like a ballad song was startling. I jumped. Anywho, yeah, that's where I am. I guess I can keep holding this. That's where I am. I'm giving a final today. Our award ceremony for our students is tomorrow. And then it's just grading and paperwork. Honestly, that's kind of the point. That's kind of what's happening for the rest of this week. Commencement is on Friday. I don't go into commencement, but in the May commencement, I go in the smaller commencements because there are like fewer people. I almost always go in the December commencement. But I will put on my robe and stuff and like go stand outside and take pictures with anyone who would like to take pictures with me, like my students. But we're only graduating two history students. We're graduating a couple political science students, but only 2 history students. So I don't really feel the need to like be in the lineup, as it were. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening this week. And then next week we have like our end of the semester meetings. We're going to talk about advising. That's going to be the plan. And yeah, I'm on a search committee, just lots of stuff. And April was so busy, not like bad busy, just like busy. Like Saturday, we had a booth at our Market Street Festival to celebrate America 250, which is the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the semi-quincentennial. Happy semi-quincentennial, everybody. And, you know, it's an 8-hour event. It goes from 9 to 5. I had to get there at like 7:30 to set up. I was there all day. I talked to thousands of people, hundreds of people. We gave out hundreds of constitutions. And I had no downtime on this. That was a 10-hour day on Saturday. And I'm still recovering. Like, I mean, this has sort of been how it's been. It's been like things just need to get done when they need to get done. And I am doing them. And I'm almost done with the semester. And that's really great. And then next semester is going to be, hopefully, I always say this, hopefully easy. I've hopefully made it easy for myself next semester because I'm teaching an online just medieval survey, which I've taught online multiple times. So it's already created and I did not change it. I usually change it every time I teach it. I'm like, no, we just need to not change it right now. Just teach it again the same way. You can change it next time. And I'm teaching our capstone course, which is essentially just guiding students through writing their capstone project. I am teaching a couple classes this summer, one of which could run itself. The other one I kind of have to do something about. But a student needed an upper level history class and he needs practice researching, like writing a research paper because he's in capstone, and I don't know that he's ever written a research paper. It's a long story. But I'm taking over, and now he will be prepared as I can make him. Yeah. So and we're moving. I mean, and we're going on trips, and I have a bookbinding class in Boston in July. Like, there's just a lot going on. But I'm really excited. I'm excited about the new house. I'm excited about the bookbinding. I'm excited about the trip. We're going on a road trip, hopefully to the Southwest, the end of May. I'm just a happy camper right now, considering all the things. I'm looking at sort of like the joy that I can find, considering all the things that are happening in the world right now. We got to find joy where we can. And I'm trying to, I don't know, teach good history, which I think will help in the long run. That's my goal. Trying to be a good human, doing my best. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed looking at my stitching and talking about what's happening with me. Thanks again to my patrons for supporting me, and I will have something fun for you in the next week. This sometime this week. I'm just really excited about the pattern that I have conceived in my head. It's going to be kind of a mixture of my Sea Monster sampler, which you can find in my Etsy shop, by the way. Oh yeah, I have an Etsy shop where you can find patterns like this, patterns like this, patterns like her and her. I have some temperature patterns. If you like winter stitching, I have that guy there. And my patrons get access to my little bread chicken. I think that's still up there. Anyway, so I forget about that sometimes. Oh, I have my prosperity hens and Marcia. That's Marcia, named after my friend who I called bitch earlier. Yes, that's Marcia. She will be available for purchase at the end of next week. I'm working on the post. And then these two are also available. They are prosperity hens, and basically you kind of hang them up and they are supposed to bring prosperity, which is really fun. And anyway, with all that, now I'm actually going to go. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video and hopefully have more updates on the house, which will be very exciting. And maybe even a video of said new craft room. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, let's go make things. Have fun. Bye.